Hey y'all! Hey Scorpio. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2022. Welcome to your shadow season, baby. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising because I definitely know you're going to need all the help you can get. For daily content, check out my Instagram. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Instagram at justj_everything. TikTok at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website. You can schedule a specific appointment there with me, or feel free to just DM me on social media. I'm pretty good about responding and staying on top of that stuff. I try. But Scorpio, it's very okay. Like, I feel like you're with it. You're with it, on top of it. It doesn't feel laggy. It doesn't feel solemn. We kick off Taurus season with Pluto, one of your ruling planets, in Capricorn, and Mars in Pisces. And you are the one that actually ends the 3-month retrograde or retrograde free period that we had. We had 3 months of no retrogrades, and on April 29th, Pluto retrogrades in Capricorn. And you may be thinking about switching jobs again. You may be thinking about finding new work again, finding a new field or a different position, or trying to really needing to think about how to revamp your career somehow, or how to revamp your long-term trajectory. And you're going to have plenty of help with that, because the day after, on April 30th, we have the new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus, in your shadow sign, in the sign of mind, in the sign of possessions, money, work ethic, things of that nature. There's going to be a solar eclipse, and solar eclipses shift the trajectory of where we think we're going. What we see ahead will be shifting or adjusting in some sort of way. And so I do feel like this is a time to really receive, surrender, not make any big intentions or plans. I feel like if you need to make intentions, go ahead and set them around the concept of surrender and how and understanding what's within your control, what's within, and what's also out of your jurisdiction. Plant seeds for stability of the future. And really a time to think of what do you want to have for real versus are you taking what you can get? Just things to look at and questions to ask. On May 2nd, Venus goes into Aries, and I feel like there is this calm down, this slow down that happens, kind of like an opportunity to relax in love in a way, or finally relax into the idea of getting back out there, getting back in motion, just accessing that side of yourself again. On May 10th, then Mercury retrogrades in Gemini. And so I do feel like there is that's what I'm saying about no sudden movements, or allowing yourself to really find the flow, go with the flow, because you don't need to make any I would say under promise so you can over deliver. If you can avoid promising at all, do that. But the tectonic plates of your life are shifting in everyone's lives, because we're entering into eclipse season. And on the 15th or the 16th of May, depending on your time zone where you are, we have the full moon total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, in your sign, baby. And this can really help you alleviate things. This can be a relief off of the pressures that you've been experiencing the last 6 months. This is an opportunity to really address any of the deep gaping wounds that have been ignored. This is a time of deep healing, healing in the realm of the mind, healing in the realm of the thought. So you need to really take advantage of that. And I also feel like taking advantage of that looks like you standing in faith, looks like all you're doing is, allowing yourself in your choices, your intentions to shine through, allowing yourself to be guided. That's a big thing. Don't try to steer the show. Don't try to control everything. On May 17th, Mars, one of your ruling planets, will be conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. And you're going to be motivated by spirit. This transit's going to make it easier for you to go with the flow that I'm trying to get you to access. Because you've got to be willing to see the truth about it all so that you can progress already. You're not gonna, you can't know where you're actually going if you're standing like this, and aren't willing to assess where you're at. You won't know what steps to take. You can't make decisions from this place, or you can't make decisions from just like, oh, it's always like this. Oh, it's always, blah, blah, blah. It's just, you've got to get control of your words. Got to get control of your words, and got to get control of, like, what does your faith actually look like, Scorpio? What does it feel like? You know what fear feels like already. You know what it feels like to let fear guide you. You've done that for some of you, you've done that for decades at this point. And how does faith look? How does healed look? How does trying on, some self-assertion, some like get some fuck it in your system, really get after it. There's something almost like it feels like I want to shake you guys out of it, and I don't know what that is. The star keeps showing up, and I'm just sitting, I'm seeing me shuffle, and I'm just like, the star just keeps coming out. There's Mars, the tower. And so go ahead, lean in, relax, empty your lungs. I'm already picking up, some of you have anxiety. You're not showing your anxiety. It's just this thing that you're keeping inside of you. You may just be wanting to appear calm, cool, collected, and I feel like it's important to be honest about what is going on. And if you can't be honest about how you're feeling, then you can't trust any of your suspicions or sensations, because you're not even doing it for yourself. And so you may be listening to the wrong impulses, listening to the wrong, some of you may be really guided by your ego, really guided by fear, really guided by insecurity. And there is this stop to that. It just feels like these eclipses are really going to help bring out some self-awareness. They're going to really show what's going on with the devotion or the obsession in your life. So relax, hydrate, light it if you got it. Because I am reaching out to our benevolent ancestors, asking them, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for Taurus season, their shadow season 2022. Empty your lungs, Scorpio. And take a deep breath when you're ready. The star. Okay. So you know what's going on. You are being asked to surrender. You are being asked to be guided. This is a sign to say it's time to clarify. The first thing that we need to talk about for Taurus season is you clarifying and getting crystal clear about your internal success mechanism. There's something internally guiding you somewhere. It is nudging you here and there, pulling you. Are you familiar with it? Are you letting that mechanism actually do its job? Your internal GPS system is hey, there's some rerouting. The Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, then Judgment. I feel like I want to take those. I do. because the aces have been out like crazy. And I feel like and for you to get the star, because this season, this is Taurus season. Taurus is I have. And the divine is wanting you to heal what you're holding on to so that you can start to pay attention to what the divine has for you, what the divine is calling you to do. It's calling you off of autopilot. The divine doesn't want you lukewarm for life, doesn't want you hanging out with people who are lukewarm about you. You are not a lukewarm kind of person. And so you need to, like attracts like, you need to make room for that passion, that fire that you desire and that you attract. And with Venus going into your ruling planet's home sign, there's definitely attracting that fire, that passion, that calling, that ambition, that drive. It's coming to you. But the thing about the star is, like, if you look at it, she's like, they are turned away from the Ace of Wands, pouring into the collective, pouring into the community pond, really like recycling or siphoning energy, siphoning these emotions, this spirit. And if you're so focused on the collective or taking care of everybody or what everybody else thinks or what everybody else has to say, you're going to miss out on this, on your ace, on your opportunity. And it's going to have to travel, all the way back around again in the cycle to find you again. Like you're what's for you can't miss you, but you can for damn sure delay it. And I do feel like what's being healed is you putting everything and everybody else first. With Judgment being at the center of the reading, this is you, this is Scorpio, and this is a renewal, a call to action, a call to get off the fucking fence, to really reignite. This is a new lease on life. This is a new, like, oh my gosh, like, there it is again. I feel it again. I'm back at it again. Like, this is me. You just coming back into a point where you're feeling really passionate, because I feel like you're actually acting on your calling and saying things that need to be said. Wow, these two cards just fell out, the Ace of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. And those are the final two cards. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, with the Queen of Pentacles and then the Strength card and then the Four of Cups. Because I'm telling you, this solar eclipse, Strength, the Sun, Leo, that solar eclipse is going to bring up some big lessons in authenticity and what you know about yourself to be true, your core self. Ultimately, your with Queen of Pentacles being on the bottom of the deck, this month, Taurus season, is about you nourishing yourself. Some of you, this may be single parent mode, single mom mode. You're really focusing on that. You're really focusing on your worth outside of your work. Your worthiness is not dependent on your productivity. It's not dependent on the money that you make or how big the bag is that you secure. There is this focus this season on you nurturing yourself, eating better quality food, reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with providing a sense of stability for yourself, making you feel comfortable, yourself feel comfortable, your family feel comfortable. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements coming in. Someone like your dad has a new girlfriend or something like that. But I do feel like this, there could just be like getting to know, there could be new women or new friends coming in your life, new options, new prospects. But really what's ultimately coming up is before, and that's what it looks like to me, is that the divine is really asking you to focus on yourself, focus on your subconscious, and focus on your trajectory and where you're actually going, Scorpio, before you go focusing and prioritizing all of these other people. It's time to prioritize your purpose. It's time to prioritize the mission. You are here to do something. You know that, right? And for some people, that something is basking in luxury, because in previous lives maybe they were slaves or robbed or there's all kinds of things. So you don't know what anybody's been through, and that whole envy of how easy other people have it and blah blah. Why do they have this? Why do they have that? That's keeping you from focusing on getting and appreciating what you have. And so And so right now, the star is saying it's time to focus on your healing and ultimately healing the way you value yourself. Some of you are not charging enough for your services, not charging enough, you're not making enough money, and it's time for you to maybe pursue something more on the entrepreneurial side. It's time for you to start dreaming bigger. It's time for you to start really, like, what do you want? What is that thing that feels unattainable, but it's just like, whatever that is, that desire was put in you for a reason, and if you start making moves towards it, it will start making moves towards you. We are here co-creating with the divine, and if you do your part, the divine will do theirs. And this is something you've been wishing for, something that you've been wanting. The star is saying that you're being divinely guided to something that you've been wanting. For some of you, there's a new relationship with someone with Gemini, Libra. That's not what I meant to say. For some of you, there's a new relationship with someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I also feel like some of you are wanting just a sexual relationship, just a sexual connection, and you have the ability to have that. Some of you are wanting something deeper. Some of you are really wanting like a love connection, and you have the opportunities, the chemistry, the people. Some of you are getting inspired. Ooh. Some of you are bored in your current relationship and you don't realize that you're bored until you meet this new person and they inspire this new thing in you, and you're all of a sudden like craving or desiring more out of your current partner. And some of you there, you're going to have to figure out, what do I want? Can the person I'm with match my energy? Can we really grow together? How can we take this to the next level? And that's not for all of you. That could just be someone, or that could be someone that you know. I do feel like there is, with the Ace of Wands, there is an influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. There are opportunities, new relationships coming in, maybe a new relationship with an Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or another Scorpio. But let's say your phone dry as fuck. There is an opportunity, there are major opportunities for you to reconnect with yourself, for you to stop ignoring what the divine is telling you, for you to forge a new relationship with your intuition and that internal success mechanism, because the pace is going to be picking up, baby. The pace is picking up, and the divine is really about to bring in, it's like bulldoze some of these obstacles out of the way so that you can start to set this new foundation. So that you can, some of y'all can set new roots so that you can move. There are new opportunities, new jobs coming in, job opportunities, opportunities to make more money. But you need to do stuff that inspires you, that makes you feel good, not stuff that just, not just doing work for a fucking check. It needs to be passion driven. This is going to be a juicy plunge, y'all. The aces have been out in almost every reading but Libra got an ace. And the Ten of Cups has been out like crazy. As soon as I said it, I saw the card. The Ten of Cups has been out like crazy too, because there is this new cycle in how we experience love, togetherness, fulfillment, and success, because the way that we value ourselves are changing. And that's all Venus, that's all Taurus. It's all about value, baby. Taurus energy, they are the connoisseurs of the zodiac. They want the best, they crave more, they're curious, they want stability, structure, they want sound structures, you know what I mean? They want dependable, reliable, and systematic, pragmatic, practical, make the shit easy. You know what I mean? And so whenever we're in that season and it's your shadow season, you're going to be really forced to slow down and enjoy the comforts and enjoy the devotion versus the angsty obsession. Enjoy the practical versus the abstract. There is this need to appreciate how it feels to be poured into. Something that you've wanted for some of y'all, something that you've been wanting is coming true. And I feel like some of you have been working very hard at something specifically, and you're going to be getting your wish. And others, are asked, it's like time for you to start figuring out how you can step towards that big dream. Because and that may be studying, that may be starting, you know, from the bottom. But if you start from the bottom, you can quickly climb, is what this looks like. And so with the star coming out, it's time to dream bigger. It's time to reach for more. You are on the right path. Some of you are so scared that about these changes, or so scared about the path that you're on, because everything is changing. Everything's changing. Don't know where to go. Everywhere. Oh, I'm mobile. Mobile by Avril Lavigne. I need to go listen to that right now, actually. Oh my God, I love that song so much. And that just dated me, so yes. Everything is changing, I feel like. And you may not see it coming. It may suddenly be like, oh, everything is shifting and there's a new foundation, maybe new jobs or a new location you guys are moving to. There may be opposition, there may be a lot of self-doubt, but it's time to get off the fence and make a decision. The Ace of Wands says that you will be given the influx of physical, spiritual, and life force energy, even sexual energy, that is needed in order for you to endure and really like get through the changes that need to happen. Because Judgment here says, get off the fence, make the decision, say what you need to say, say what you need to say it with your chest. Because whatever the divine is nudging in your ear and you have been ignoring for too long, it can, if you keep ignoring it, it will just fuck shit up. You're welcoming in chaos. Nothing needs to be before you, and this internal success mechanism, this voice, this trumpet of truth that resounds within you, it resonates inside of you. You know when you're not doing something right. You know when someone's lying to you. You can feel it. And if you keep ignoring that, then you're just creating opposition and delaying this new start, this new foundation, this new beginning, this new collaboration that wants to come in, whatever this is. It's time to make a decision to allow yourself to move forward. There are definitely, move forward. And some of you, it's like, be done with the fight. Some of you, this Judgment card may be a fight. There may be people who oppose what you have to say, and I need you to prepare for that. Not everybody's going to like the fact that you want to drop out of school, or that you don't want to do this job anymore, or you don't want to stay in this marriage or this relationship anymore. There's definitely, for some of you, there's opposition. And with the Ace of Wands and then the 8 of Wands, that's the 9 of Wands, which is a soldier come home from war. Some of you are done fighting. And that's good, because now your hard-headed ass will allow yourself to just be guided. If you would stop going against the grain, you would just like flow right into where you're supposed to be. It would be so easy if you would stop trying to control things, or could stop trying to steer the path. Or why do you care so much about what these other people think or what they say or blah, blah, blah? It's different for all of you, but the pace is going to be picking up the closer that we get to Gemini season, and there is a brand new foundation that needs to be established. Some of you, I feel like exploring therapy or physical therapy or family therapy or group therapy, whatever healing process is happening. If you can afford therapy, fucking do that. That is a tool. And a tool to be taken advantage of, and that is something that the Ace of Wands can bring in, is the opportunity to really get some you or your loved ones some like actual help. And I do feel like also what's coming in is a new foundation to a new friend group, a new collaboration. Some of you may be building a house. So I feel like it's important to go to like check the credentials of everyone you're dealing with. There could also be some things that you say that people are opposing, and because people are opposing that view, they're falling away. And because people are falling away, there are new friends that are going to be able to come in. There's room that's being made for these new collaborations, new friends, new people who are interested in what you're doing or interested in being around you. I just feel like also the sooner that you're honest about whatever like it is, if you're tired of the relationship or tired of the job or tired of, you know, that family member or what, however that's showing up, like whatever truth you're holding on to, whenever you release it, it shifts. It's interesting how much it's coming up, like the power of the spoken word is really like gonna create shifts. And I feel like you listening to your inner knowing and speaking your truth out loud, your shadow sign Taurus rules the throat, and you speaking it out loud is going to help provide healing to so many people, so many more people than just you. Your truth can create ripples. Your truth, some of you have such powerful things to say. It could wake the dead. It will wake the dead parts, the atrophied parts in other people. And that's what's coming. That's why this thing, it's like something has a grip on you, and you need to go towards it. And some of you are like, I don't have a passion. I don't feel that way about anything. And that's because you're not feeling. You're numbing yourself out in some way. If you're not feeling into your passion, then that means you're really distracting yourself or going with the flow. There is some sort of like, hey, go ahead and have your into the wild moment where you disconnect from everything and everyone and you make that your number one priority. If you are not finding or feeling any kind of passion for life, there's too many distractions, too much interference in the receiver, and you've got to go out in nature and reset. Find your reset. Hit the reset button for yourself. And you don't get to wait until your boyfriend can do it or till your friends can go, blah, blah, blah. No, do something for you on your own. Get back to you so you can reconnect with the God of your understanding, so that you can reconnect with the divinity that's within you, because you are a fractal of that God. You are a fractal of nature. You are a fractal of the divine, a fractal of the universe. And the divine needs you in a place of being willing and open to heal so that you can receive what these eclipses are going to bring into you. Because this is happening on your axis, Scorpio. Things are changing. Opportunities are coming in, and the divine doesn't need you fucking scared to take what's yours. Things are coming in, and you cannot be scared to stand in your power. Get busy. Getting yourself to a point where you feel worthy. Let's get into it. I love you. I didn't mean to yell at you, kinda, but I did.
For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.